All right. Shalom, 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 y'all. Shalom is Michael Israel. You're watching Spiritual Combat. Um, and as you could tell by the title of the show, Unconsciously Stubborn. Um, that's going to be the topic, what I'm going to be hitting on today. And, you know, we're going to really get the meat off the bone with it. You know what I'm saying? Um, and I almost titled um, the show, uh, unconsciously stubborn is not an excuse, you know, but I just, I said, hey, I'll just go with this. It pretty much conveys what I'm be hitting on. Um, and, the reason I'm I'm hitting on this because again, it's like something I see everywhere. You know what I'm saying? When I look back at myself, I saw it was in me. And that's what it's all about. What it's all about is shining the light of Yah on yourself and being able to see where you are in error, where you are not walking according to the way. And let me pull this up. All right, shalom to y'all in the comments. Hey, let me know in the comments if the audio is good. Um, but a big part of this life is learning to, like they say, to have a clue, to take a clue, to learning to take a hint from what's going on around you. There was a good chunk of my life where life was just whooping me, and it would, and right around the age of 26 or something like that, I was like, what the heck, man? I began asking those questions about certain aspects of my life. Not all aspects of my life, it was just certain areas. And as I began to see where I was in error in these areas of my life, and it wasn't life, it was me. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't this, that, and the other. It wasn't whatever excuse I was making or whatever I was using to shove it off into, um, shove whatever's going on with me, trying to shove it off into some excuse or in some dark place where I didn't have to pay attention to it. But what I found out is me. And when I found out it was me in that one area, man, that lit a fire for me to find out where I was in error in a lot of areas. And that journey led me back to the word because at the time, prior to 26, I was kind of in and out of church. But I was like, man, I'm done with this. There's no answers here. So I went out into the world and searched worldly wisdom to try to find out where I was in error. But that led me right back to the word. You know what I'm saying? And it's a process of finding out where you are unconsciously stubborn, where you are unconsciously disobedient, where you are unconsciously rebellious. And shoot, I mean, go if y'all haven't, man, if you haven't seen Elder Rufus's brother segment he did yesterday, and then you couple that with Pastor Corey and the message he did, and then the message that Pastor Dow did, that was a 3-hit combo there, um, and you know it just never ceases to amaze me that people are getting this type of information spoon fed to them without them even, you know what I'm saying, is chopped up, pureed, is just fed to them through a straw, nice and easy, and highly rich in this. And some people stay stagnant, stay stubborn, stay unconscious, stay, you know, when you know a lot of my stuff, life had to teach it to me, one mistake at a time. So, you know, we have to get serious about this, and we have to begin to humble down and do that prayer that King David did, where he said, "Cleanse me, O Yah, from secret sin, from sin that I might not even be aware of." You know, and what you see is a lot of people just aren't taking a hint, and in not taking a hint, and not it, it could only be one or two things. If people are constantly being rebuked over and over and over again, a lot of times for the same thing over and over again, it's saying one or two things. Well, it's only really saying one thing: I ain't changing. You know, it's just, and that's, I know that's, to a lot of y'all, that's like, yeah, man, that's simple. Whoopie do. What's the big deal about that? To me, that's a big revelation, where when I wake up and I become conscious and I realize that I'm yelling at somebody over and over again, at some point, like, it's on me. I gotta be like, you know what? Back off. Let Satan deal with that thing. That's like Elder Rufus, Pastor Down, everybody talking about, that's willful rebellion. You know what I'm saying? And I see it, man. I see people who, you tell them that, hey, you're in error, this, that, and the other, blah, blah, blah. And you'll sit there. They will sit there and they'll say, I know I am, but, or whatever. And, I'm beginning to realize that, like, yo, this is pure evil among us, where people knowingly are rebellious. And like I said, Elder Rufus really drove that point home. Pastor Dow brought the point up in that message he did. And then Elder Rufus really drove home the severity of this situation. And, with me, I'm in a grow, like, I'm trying to grow. Like, I'm still developing in straight way. I'm a straight way youngin. But I'm beginning to be like, look, my realization to this thing, and to the, seriousness of what was brought out, the condition of some people who call themselves brothers and sisters, is like, have nothing to do with the unfruitful works of darkness. Like, that's my mindset that I'm beginning to get on. Because I'm telling you, man, as I watch Yah's word come to pass in the world prophetically, and I'm beginning to watch things come to pass, I'm watching society been crumbling, but I'm beginning to watch it crumble quicker. I fearful of my Yah. I'm fearful of Yah. Yah keep me in this. And I'm beginning, like I said, he dealing with me in my heart, and so-called giving, uh, what would the word be? What was the best word? Trying to be understanding of people. And I don't know what the word, what you would call it, a good term, but basically giving people the benefit of the doubt, or whatever it is, and I'm trying to, excuse me, I'm beginning to see that, hey, we're gonna have to start bottom lining people's actions of what they say. It's like, man, you know, because after you repent, now you're knowingly doing stuff. You know, who are we around? Like, who are we surrounding? Who are who is this person now? Like, who's he really serving? What's really going on here? Um, it's and then I'll tell you this. I'll tell you part of what's driving my realization with this, man. Right now, you know, Straightway Florida is the best way I could put it is we are under high performance pressure. I guess that's the best way you could say it, maybe. Um, we got a lot going on. Like I said, we are getting ready. Our whole assembly, Straightway Florida Assembly, is getting ready to transition and up to Tennessee. We already have our rental property set up there already. It's just a matter of us moving in the coming weeks. And we're going to be out of here. We're going to be out of Florida. We're going to be around the Saints in Tennessee, about an hour away from the hub, you know. And then the process after that is getting land. So it's just, you know, there's a lot of moving parts. I'm leaning and relying on the Saints heavily. The brothers and sisters down here who, not the people who call themselves saints, because a lot of people call themselves saints, but I'm talking about the serious-minded brothers and sisters down here who are about the business. I'm leaning on these brothers and sisters heavily. And, you know, like I said, I'm young and straight. I'm sure Pastor Dow been through this 20 times, and Elder Roof has been through it 15 times. You know what I'm saying? But really leaning and making moves to this level, you really begin the weak links stand out. Like, I mean, it's like I can't explain it. I can't. It's literally like when you see these people who are unconsciously stubborn, unconsciously rebellious. You can call it whatever you want, unconscious. You put whatever word you want before it, but it's stubbornness and rebellious. But now, in this situation, in this season that we're in now, when that stubbornness and rebelliousness manifests, you see Satan fully at work. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, wow, where someone's forgetfulness before would just be, oh, okay, you know, now it's magnified. You know what I'm saying? Where somebody's unconscious mindset is annoying, now it could be critical. You know what I'm saying? On the same note, when we got on the opposite side of that, the righteous brothers, the brothers who serious about that action, man, a true brotherhood grows. That words can't describe. You know what I'm saying? A tightness, a reliance, a oneness, a body. You know, the book and what's written in the book comes off the pages. You know, because we in here, like, we committed, we on final approach, ain't no turning. You know, I don't know what, there's a good term for it, where, you know, you're at that point of no return where you all committed, and everybody's all in, fully committed. You know, you feel it, you see it, you like, man, now, man, like, that's brother, like, that is a Ten Commandments brother. Love my brothers, I love myself brother right there. That's just Hey, what up, brother? But that's a brother in the truest sense of what that word means. You see it. And then you see the people you just call, hey, brother, brother so and so, bruh so and so, you know, you see it. So the long and short of it, man, yeah, when you actually commit to making a sacrifice and truly giving all and following the Most High Yah, man, um, like some people claim to have done, well, what happens, you get shown yourself. You know, you begin, you, it's stubbornness, rebelliousness, where you are in opposition to the Most High Yah in your mind, standing up strong in your head, being rebellious. It becomes manifest, and the only way for you to not see it when you walking this thing out is for you to willfully not see it. You know, um, especially when we're getting spoon fed in this way. And I'm y'all see my eyes rolling back in my head because I'm literally thinking through situations and things I see. There are brothers here um, who just like need a ton of work, but guess what? They got willful, teachable spirits. You know what I'm saying? They're willing to get after it. You know, they're not, they're taking the correction. You can see the effort being put forth because they want that kingdom. They like what do they say in sports? You got that dog and where you just aggressive. I was watching this thing on Michael Jordan, where they were just, what's that movie called that Jordan made? The last something, but it was a documentary on him, and it really drove the point home of, hey man, he would get after it and do what it took and go hard. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, why does Satan have? Why are all those types of people serving Satan? We need to serve Yah like that. Now they're playing they're giving their heart, mind, soul to playing a children's game. Playing with a ball or something. But they give their heart, mind, soul to it, to entertaining people and distracting people, but they give their everything. Think about if we serve the Most High Yah that way. And, well, what would that look like? It looked like Straightway. It looked like Straightway elders and leadership in Straightway. That's what it would look like. That's what it looks like. That's what it is. But the thing is, that example is right there in front of you. And it's like the degree to where some literally, if Pastor Dow's Michael Jordan and let's say Elder Rufus is LeBron, the other leadership are other NBA players. Look, some of y'all is like street pickup ball dudes. Like that's how y'all play the game. Like no seriousness. Y'all don't practice shooting bad shots. You just a damn mess out there. Y'all look like some dudes, like some of the stuff I'm seeing. When it's plain what the situation is. Like it's plain what time it is prophetically. It's plain what time it is when you look at this world. It's plain what time it is when you come around the saints, when it's plain what time it is when you hear the spirit of the messages coming forth. And I'm just telling you, man, some of the stuff I am seeing and some of the stuff I am hearing, I just know for a fact I am distancing myself from that. And I'm like, wow, really? you know, um, like, and I know I'm well within the word of saying that because it says work your salvation out with fear and trembling. Tells you love your brother as you love yourself. literally putting your brother first. You know, there's examples all through the word. This thing ain't complicated. People trying to go all deep and go all in, and the WASPy Bible and all this other new crap they coming out with, trying to dive deep into spiritual. And at the end of the day, it ain't even that complicated. It's so simple. It's just another distraction. These people going deep in all these distractions and all this spiritual stuff. And look what I know. And you're still rolling blunts and ain't got no aggression. When the book is just simple. Love your brother as you love yourself. Be obedient to the Most High Yah. How complicated is that? You know what I'm saying? So, telling you, man. But this unconscious stubbornness, you know, what breaks that real easy is zeal for the Most High Yah. Desire to serve Yah will break through that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, we got brothers here, man. You know, they struggling with some stuff. You know, nothing super major, but just being true assets, true men, this, that, and the other. You know, I'm sure we got sisters doing the same, going through the same, but you know, where that zeal, that desire to get right, to go through it, you know, you're gonna see progression, no matter how bad the condition somebody's in, or whatever you want to call it. You're gonna see it. You're gonna see the footwork. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna see growth. You know, and like I said, with what we got going on right now, a bunch of moving parts. You know, is literally I sit here and put puzzles together, and it's like they done mix. They done took 8 1,000 piece jigsaw puzzles and mix them together, and I'm trying to put the pieces together on this thing. That's what it feels like sometimes, trying to sort through. But when it gets to that point, I know that's the Most High guiding me, because when things get to the point where I just can't figure it out, because I'm a problem solver, so when it gets to that point, I know that's Yah saying, "Let go, let me," you know. And I'm learning to hear and to follow that subtle guidance that Yah will give you. So I was one of them dudes where, you know, the Most High was comforting me with that rod upside my head. Wham, 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 wham. Just kept hitting me. Now it's more his staff is guiding me more than the rod. So, you know, where I used to just keep running into the same locked door, now I'm learning to just look. Hey, if the door is closed, keep going. Up, that door is cracked, push it open. Boom. And learning to feel the subtle guidance that the Most High Yah will take you on if you are not unconsciously stubborn. That's like walking around with your eyes closed and your ears plugged. You know what I'm saying? That's some of us. And the biggest thing, and once you know that you're that way, man, that's a big chunk of the work, especially when you know where you're that way at, you know, especially when you know where, I think I said that right, you are that way in your thinking spiritually in your life. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, I'm really just putting this out, man. We really a lot of see what I'll tell you something else that happened down here. Things I've been, you know, on people down here about who fellowship with us. I've been on them about this over and over, boom, 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 drilling it, speaking on it, trying to tell them about it, show them it, be an example about it. I've been on them about certain things, and now that the train's beginning to pull out the station, you seeing the people trying scurry, trying to get stuff together. You know, when if you're obedient and you really following after Yah and you obeying those who've been appointed over you, it wouldn't be all this silliness, you know. But on the same note, other thing I've learned is, hey, it's not my job to, you know, to make people love Yah. That's the best way to put it. That's not my job. It's not my job to plead and convince people to love Yah and to serve Yah. It's my job to be obedient, and that's the most powerful witness, is just being obedient and follow. You know, be obedient to the Most High Yah's way and to my leadership and those who are appointed over me. You know, and the rest is just gonna have to fall where it may. You know, because you know, a lot of these people, they're never the problem. You're the problem. Oh, well, you didn't do this. You didn't tell me this. You know, they can't say that to me because I done exhaust. Like I done show them stuff in sign language, smoke signals, daggone light signs. You know, what other type of community? Yelled it, whispered it, rapped it, rhymed it, sang it. I done showed them stuff in painted it, you name it. This folk, they done been shown and stuff done been presented to them in every way. Spell it out, write it, you know, you name it. And they still don't get it. And I'm learning not to jump on that silly, what would we call that? The silly carousel. What's a good name for what we would call wasting time trying to, you know, with silliness, you know. I'm sure I got some type of funny term, but it ain't coming to me right now. But like I said, the long or the short, down here, Straightway, Florida, we do have unconsciously stubborn people down here that call themselves saints. They're gonna weed themselves out. But on the same note, we got some serious minded saints, brothers and sisters down here. Serious minded, hit the ground running type folks. Like they put themselves third in everything. You know, they put two of their brothers before anything they got going on type dudes. And in time, because that's all talk, but in time that will come to fruition. You will see the fruit that will be bared off of that. It was funny. We were on our Bible study. We did a virtual Bible study this Shabbat, and I forget how it went, but somehow the talk about trees and fruit came up. Because I know what it was. I was telling people that a tree. Do you ever see a tree walking around or just standing out there yelling out or putting a sign on saying, "Hey, I'm a tree. You know, I'm a big tree." Do you ever see that? No. How do you know a tree is a tree? Because you see it. It grows big and you see it. Then I went into the thing. I asked people, have you ever seen an orange tree? Have you ever seen an orange tree come out and say, "Hey, I'm an orange tree. I grow oranges. I'm an orange tree. I make oranges." You never seen that. How do you know an orange tree is an orange tree? And there were actually some people saying, "Well, the leaves look this way, and the bark is like this, and the tree's about this height." No. But a lot of people were uncertain about it. The way you know an orange tree is an orange tree is like the Bible says. You will know them by their fruit. It's undeniable. If somebody give you an orange tree and it never bears any oranges, does it matter? It didn't give you nothing. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna know that's an orange tree when the fruit comes forth. And that's man, that's getting ready. I'm getting ready to be so about that. Is some people gonna be in their feelings because I'm about to be so about. If you ain't bearing fruit, I ain't dealing with you. You know, um, it says faith without works is dead. It says you will know them by their fruits. You know, um, and it's like, man, it's like when you making moves, it's so critical to just adhere to the foundational stuff. You know what I'm saying? And stay solid on it. You know what I'm saying? Um, and that's what like going when you trying to get after it and make moves. This is how you got to do it. You got to stick to that basic book when you're dealing with people and everything like that. You know, you will know them by their fruits. And it's good. And I know I'm rambling, but another thing is it's always important and imperative to be about that action, be about making moves, because that's one of the most powerful witnesses is what are you doing? Like I've seen the moves Straightway Florida's making. Some of the Saints down here, it kind of was a witness to them to get their stuff together, and you begin seeing people making moves, and then other people, it just what it did is it made them talk more. Literally, try to instead of telling you they're an orange tree, now they making signs saying they're an orange tree and I'm an apple tree or whatever, that they bear fruit and they're a fruit tree. Nah, oh, we gonna know because the fruit's gonna come forth, you know. And like I said, the people who are serious minded, it's like you when somebody is serious minded and really going after Yah, you can't hide them. That's how bright they shine and they come forth, you know. Then there's all that other stuff, you know. So the long or the short is just be obedient. Follow the example put forth by, Pastor Dow, Elder Rufus, what they're doing. Stop listening and paying attention to that crap that's between your ears. Get that stuff lined up with the word. Trust not in your own understanding. Bring them thoughts into captivity. Cast them down so that you can begin to, be a righteous example. You know what I'm saying? So you could begin to walk this walk. And like I said, well, not like I said, like the word says, and like the pastor was saying his message, I think Elder Rufus said it in his too, and Pastor Corey talking about dying daily. It's war. I was telling some of the brothers here yesterday or the other day, I was talking to them and telling them, look, you take ground. Like, you don't, oh, well, I'm working on it. You don't work on it. You attack it. That's the problem. That's why so many people are stagnant, stubborn, unconsciously rebellious, and just a damn agent of Satan, is because they're not that because they're working on stuff. And there's a difference between working and attacking. This is warfare. This is combat. It talk about the weapons of our warfare. It talk about the sword. A sword is used for attacking. That's the word. And it's just some people, man, you can literally see it in their personality. They're like, oh, okay, yeah, sound like, you know, um, Stevie the Sloth, hey, how you doing? Well, I'm working on it. It's like, really? And then you see somebody that's the soldiers out here, the frontline trench warfare combat soldiers that's about that life. And they're like, oh, yeah, we getting it. Like, that's the word here we use, getting it. Yeah, we getting ready to get it, get after it. It's aggressive, offensive type stuff. And then the defensive people who, I know, I keep seeking the Father, no, I don't know. I know your ass ain't fighting. You know what I'm saying? And you over here, and I'm Michael Israel, spiritual combat, all about that warfare. I know the people in leadership, in some way, shape, or form, they soldiers. Whether it's Pastor Dow, soldier in the army, Elder Rufus, soldier in the streets during this time. Pastor Chorus, another street soldier. We got soldiers on the football field, soldiers on the combat field, you name it, spiritual soldiers, all that. And it's like, I'm telling you, y'all, it's time to fight. Another thing, I know I'm ranting, y'all, but another thing, I'm going to tell you something that's taking a fight out of you in a major way. The media, like all this crap they putting on the media. I think a lot of people, man, be like sucking these movies in like crack, like a crackhead sucking on a crack pipe. That's how they be watching this media programming. And I watch movies too from time to time. I might watch a movie maybe once a week or every other week or whatever. I'll watch a movie, but I'm gonna tell you, these movies hit me hard because I don't watch television anymore. And I hope nobody's watching television and them series and all this stuff they putting out, because that's heavy programming. But I'm telling you, when I see movies, like I was watching the latest trailers of combat movies. So it was like on YouTube, they'll put together all the trailers of movies. So I just watch them to see what's out there, if anything good. And like, man, everything got a female spin on it now. You know what I'm saying? It's like I was watching a sci-fi trailer thing, and they got the Hulk. Well, now it's a female Hulk. They got Thor. Now it's a female Thor. Call her ass whore. You know what I'm saying? They got what was the other one? Oh man, it was Predator. They had the Predator. Well, now the woman hunting the predator is an Indian girl. You know what I'm saying? It's like every single thing, the woman is a strong lead and the man is secondary. The woman is a strong, tough guy in the movie now. Tough woman, you know what I'm saying? In everything that I've seen. And I'm like, when I saw that, I was like, man, they must really be pushing some type of agenda on regular TV now. Like I hear people talking about, man, folks just straight kissing on, like man on man kissing on TV and just straight gay for stuff. Like, whoo, couldn't mess with it, y'all. Couldn't mess with it. I shut the television off years ago now. The last thing I stopped watching on television was basketball. It was basketball, I think MMA, which I catch an MMA fight every now and then, but like following MMA series and all that stuff where I was watching commercials. Y'all, that's some strong witchcraft on that thing, on that television today. I mean, for those, especially if you got a weak mind, you ain't got a discerning mind. And I think that's why a lot of people, I see who fellowship down here, I wouldn't really call them saints, but I think that's why they wrestle so hard, because there's, like I tell people, man, like Michael Jordan, you seen the way he played. Well, you got, just like a math equation, you know what he's doing with his free time. He practicing. Same thing with, like, say, LeBron or something like that. Anybody. It's the same here with the Saints. The Saints that are down here, that are getting after it, that I can legitimately call saints and brothers and sisters. I know exactly what they're doing in their free time. And the people who are a headache and a constant stench and an agent of Satan, I know exactly what they're doing with their free time. They're taking stuff in here that is unholy. Video games, movies, this, that, and the other. And then Shabbat come around, the Sabbath come, and they jumping around acting like idiots during praise and worship. Get past his quick message, 2 hours, and the rest of the however many hours in the week, 50, what is it? I forget how many hours in a week. But anyway, the rest of them hours, they fill in their head with doo-doo. And that's why they are, you fill it in, heads. Okay? And that's it, man. That is, I mean, the thing is not complicated. It's not complicated. But like I said, I'm not sitting here saying I'm perfect, but I'm learning. My eyes are being open to certain things. Some of this stuff I'm learning slow, dealing with these saints, dealing with these people. But and I'm talking about, I'm learning as far as dealing with the saints down here, learning about myself. So, but I'm learning it slow, but I'm pressing towards the mark to get this thing to get understanding. You know what I'm saying? And doing that, when I look back each week or each month, I can see the growth. I can see the difference between me now and me a couple months ago, man. There was something, I saw something from like 2 or 3 months ago, and I was like, wow. I was like, man, I was a different person then. It's like, wow. And that's like 2 or 3 months ago. And that's the intensity with, the push that we're doing. Like I said, we trying to get the heck up out of Florida, be obedient to our leadership. Why? Because we get it. We are one mind. I get it. I see why I need to be around saints. You know what I'm saying? I get that. That's just part of it. All right, somebody put a question in there. They said, you think these black screens are the same as a screening mirrors? I'll tell you this, okay? With a lot of people, like, with sin being ramped up, people struggling with sin, rebellion, people stagnant in their growth in the faith, in straight way. Like, you got a lot of people who are stagnant, rebellious, stubborn, all this stuff. And a lot of people ask, what's doing it? Is this, they're putting something in the water. It's the hertz, it's the megahertz of the television. It's this, is that. Now, at the end of the day, it's not that complicated. Like you just look in the book. That's why like this whole big thing with this Osprey Bible or whatever it is, the Osprey Bible and all this stuff is this whole big thing that, and y'all probably hear about it soon, but people missing the basics. Like people missing the basics. And what's the basics? Love your brother as you love yourself. Like I don't care how, well, they changed this in the Bible. The Bible said this, that, and the other. But hey, love your brother as you love yourself. Love the Lord your God with all your heart, mind, and soul. What does the book of Proverbs say? Read the book of Proverbs. What is wrong with that? Where's the error in that? I'm doing it. I'm doing the book of Acts. And I'm seeing blessings that I've never seen in my life. That's basic. You tell me we got to study all this crazy stuff. So, and I kind of got off, but the television screens and all that, it's another tool that can be a tool of Satan, or it could be a tool of that's like I'm on TikTok. I'm on Instagram with reel videos. I go on Instagram, I scroll through reel videos and reel videos on TikToks. And if y'all don't know what that is, the reason why TikTok became such a rage and the reason why YouTube, Facebook, and all the media platforms saw that as kind of a threat, and you've seen them take on that whole TikTok model of videos, is because subconsciously it's very addictive. Because you scroll, it's 1 10-second video, action going on, and just as your attention begins to come down a little bit, you go to the next one. You're literally training yourself to be distracted if you're not careful. But they're all tools. And again, if you're not unconsciously stubborn, I looked at TikTok and the YouTube reel videos and all that, and I was like, damn, this is very addictive. I was like, okay, how about I engineer my feed? And what you can do is, when a video comes up in there, and this is what I consciously did for about a day or two. A video would come up, I hit dislike, show less of this. Kept showing it because they would show sexual videos. This video, this, boom, 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 boom. Dislike, boom, this, boom. And then when they show a video that I did like, which it was videos about military leadership or positive stuff like developing stuff or biblical stuff, I say like, show more, subscribe. And I programmed the algorithm to only show me the type of stuff of areas I was looking to grow in. So now when I go on my TikTok feed, it's leadership videos, biblical videos, you see what I'm saying? You can program these algorithms, but a lot of people are mindless. They are foolish. They are careless. They don't bring their thoughts into captivity. They don't cast down anything that exalts itself against the knowledge of God. They just subliminally walk around like drooling idiots, led astray by the media, and they just looking at all types of crazy shit. And then the next thing you know, 3 hours done passed, and they done got dumber. And then I got to deal with them on the Shabbat. You know what I'm saying? I got to sit there and look at them and hear the silly stories of what they got going on around them. Okay? But so is the TV bad? No. But why did I stop watching television? Because they control what you see. You know, I began to fall out of TV when they started changing all, like some of the last channels I watch were Discovery Channel, History Channel, and TLC. And then those channels got so freaking stupid. I just cut that off and I watch basketball sometimes. Zone out to that, and then eventually I just cut all that stuff off. And what I watch now, what I got up here right now on my YouTube is Generation Second. This is the title of the video: Second Generation Modular Intercom Extensive Review. So it's low voltage electrical stuff. I'm just studying about that. I'm not doing that. I'm watching straight wave videos, or I'm learning about something. I'm developing something. I'm programming. I'm putting fruitful stuff in this and not doo-doo. Okay, that's what I'm doing. So is social media bad? If you go numb, like if you go on autopilot, I call it going on autopilot. You ever see people there? Like, look at Muggs' game face when they playing video games. Yeah. That's how Muggs be playing video games. Watch Muggs on their reels. They be like, in the zone, baby. In the zone, snow cone. They done flip their autopilot on and they plane just flying on its own. And they are not at the flight station. They are in the bathroom. You know what I'm saying? They're in the kitchen eating in their brain. You know what I'm saying? People like going numb. Nah, I can feel when I'm watching too much dumb shit. You know what I'm saying? And I'll just click it off. It's just conditioning. I gotta be learning and developing stuff. You know what I'm saying? And even in the so-called Hebrew Israelite community, there is a lot of just garbage out there. Literally. It's like there's literally nothing even to watch in the Hebrew Israelite community. It's just a bunch of history lessons about how God punished us because we're stubborn. And they just go deeper and deeper into the punishments God put on us and never ask, why are we being punished? It's like, because you stubborn, you dumb idiot. Stop being stubborn. Stop being unconsciously stubborn. Like, break this. Like, how do you love your brother? What could you do for your brother? How can you come together with your brother and serve your brother and love and be obedient to this simple word, to the basic foundational word? And it's just amazing that they miss it. So it's like, man, we really got to snap out of this unconscious stubbornness. Unconscious stubbornness. Unconscious stubbornness will let Facebook hijack your mind. Unconscious stubbornness will make YouTube or TikTok hijack your mind. Like right now, I'm looking at Facebook. I barely be on Facebook unless I live stream, because I'm trying to figure out how to make Facebook an asset. Because now recently, Facebook put real videos, the reels, and when I say reels, I'm talking about REEL, like a film reel. And that's why they call it a reel, because it just keeps going up, 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 up. It's just a continuous thing. Well, they put those real videos right at the top of Facebook. So I go on Facebook and I got to look at what they put there, and I can't control that reel. And so you'll go on there and that thing will distract you and have you off in space somewhere. So I got to figure out a way to make Facebook an asset again. For a while I had it dialed in pretty good, but then they're always changing stuff because they want you to go on autopilot. And they'll do it. You go to Facebook videos over there. I went over to the little video link where you can watch Facebook videos there. The videos that are a little longer, those videos are like 5 minutes long and all that stuff like that. Went over there to that trash. And I'm telling them I hate this. I don't want to see this. And they continue putting the stupid shit up there. I went to the Facebook news feed. I said, I don't want to see nothing about basketball. I don't want to see nothing about actors or Hollywood. And what are they showing me? Actors, Hollywood, all. Oh, you know what? I don't mess with Facebook right now. It's just useless. Right now, TikTok is powerful for me because I done programmed that algorithm so good. I go over there and TikTok, scroll through stuff. I'm finding new educational stuff about different things, and I'm just learning, you know. But it's like, yo, you can't be a mindless, unconscious dumbass and then get on social media. You're just gonna magnify that. And like I said, we see it down here, man. I know, like people, and what get me mad, man. Y'all getting me going here. But what get me mad, man, people come up to me and they're like, oh yeah, man, this, that, and the other, and I really want to serve y'all, and this, that, and the other. And, and I'm sitting there like looking at them side eye, and they silly asses. And I'm like, okay, yeah. You hooked on that social media like crack, you know. But yeah, we gotta it's war, man. Uh, and some of y'all might not have heard me say this, but check this out. It is war. Like there's some documentaries. Now, this is a good way to use social media. There's a documentary on YouTube talking about the battle for your attention and how the price of attention a couple years ago eclipsed and surpassed the price of oil. It's like the most lucrative commodity in the world right now is your attention. So any platform that could grab your attention, man, it's on. It's a battle for your consciousness. And you watch some of these simple-minded people out here, man, and this social media stuff gets them. It make them dumber quick. And they can't put two and two together. Some of them, like even here, man, I be on people yelling at people. Hey, man, wake up. You know, you're in a social media trance or something, you know, and they can't figure out why they're stagnant and they're not growing. You don't fight a war passively. You attack. Like I told you before, you got to attack. It's war. You attack. I attack TikTok. TikTok is my bitch. You know what I'm saying? That thing be showing me stuff. It don't lead me off, and 3 hours later, and I'm watching a clown ride a unicycle into a pool and retarded videos and stuff. Like, what the hell is going on? Nah, that ain't me. You know what I'm saying? That's some of the other people out there. But yeah, you gotta use it like this. Though the bulk of the awakening happened with social media. Now what they're doing, I'm watching YouTube's algorithm. YouTube changing their algorithm up, and I got to get that under control. They be throwing stuff in there. What YouTube do with me is try to throw drag racing in there, and they know they throw that drag racing in there. It's going like, you know, but I'm aware of it. I'm getting ready to go. I'm getting ready to find something and just get up in their ass on it, you know. And YouTube gonna be my other bitch. You know what I'm saying? Like it's been, you know. I've been learning a lot off YouTube. Facebook is a whole different beast stuff. Like Facebook be changing so much. It's like, now, I'll tell you what I do with Facebook. If there's some information that I'm really having a hard time finding, I'll dive into Facebook and I will find it. And it don't take a whole lot. Like there's some real hard information that I'm looking for, I'll find it in Facebook. But yeah, that's how you got to utilize the media. Sometimes, yeah, sometimes I get in a mode every now and then where I just want to veg out. So yeah, I watch drag racing video, I watch some movies or whatever, you know. But when you get in a consistent pattern of fighting and warring, you know, you can tell when you're getting too lax and you're getting off your, you know, whatever. So All right, let's see what y'all said. Meta done took over. Yeah, now Meta is the virtual reality thing, and for some reason, I'm like completely separated from Meta. Like I have nothing to do with Meta. Um, I don't even know where it's at. I guess you got to buy a virtual reality headset to take part in it, but you got to go into this thing cautiously because listen to what I'm saying. Because this stuff is powerful. Like my YouTube homepage, the stuff they put up there, like the page you come into, is stuff that they know you like watching because the algorithm is interactive. Like the algorithm watches what you watch and suggests stuff it thinks you're gonna like to keep you hooked in. And at the end of the day, and they've said this, they want you interacting with their platform as much as possible, and they want your attention. And they figured out a formula for keeping you locked in. And they said, like with the Facebook algorithm, they can't keep showing you the same type of video all the time. So if you like fight videos, they can't keep showing you fight videos. They got to show you some fight videos, and they got to show you some other videos that you might like, and then show you some stuff that might be questionable, then show you another fight video, hook you back in like this. Woo. And that's how they keep you locked in for the maximum amount of time. And they're just watching your behavior and studying your behavior online to get you to go unconscious. And again, they got documentaries about this stuff that are out there that, you know, it behoove you to check out because they hire top level psychologists to work on these social media platforms to keep you hooked in because it's huge money. And what they're doing is getting inside your head, you know. So yeah. No. Somebody said on the job that I work for, I set up websites and they want everyone now on Meta. Huh. Yeah, I'm glad House of Chun, I'm glad you put that in there because what I'm gonna do, I know what I'm gonna be what my because I like to watch something entertaining or I watch the news while I eat my dinner. And tonight, that's what I'm gonna study. I'm gonna study about meta, you know, because be not ignorant about a small thing or a great, you know. So I'm gonna study up and get up to speed on this meta thing and you know, see what's up. So I'm glad you put that in there because I know what I'm gonna watch tonight. And like that's my type of entertainment, just learning about stuff going on, you know. Let's see what you got here. We stopped with social media and TV a long time ago. And that look, that's the best thing to do, you know. If you know you can't tame the bull, if you know you know, because look, they good with this stuff, boy. Check this out. Watch this. I'm gonna show you how good they are. Let me see. Bam. I'm gonna open up my YouTube and I know there's gonna be a drag racing video up there. Why? It's loading up. It's loading slow. Yep, it says NHRA top fuel dragster starting up. And they know I love that stuff. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna work this algorithm. Because it's like whatever you've been watching lately, they just put a lot of it up there to get you sucked in there, you know. So what I'm gonna do, man, I'm gonna work this algorithm to start displaying stuff I want to see, you know. So they don't take me, you know, get me distracted. But the other thing, I'm gonna tell you this too. The other thing, at the end of the day, I don't spend a whole bunch of time on social media. And in the coming months, uh, it's gonna drop because I'm gonna be busy living this thing. You know what I'm saying? Not watching it. So, but anyway, y'all. I am gonna wrap this up. It is grain-free taco night tonight in the Israel household, in the Straightway Florida Assembly household. Koya makes chickpea tacos. The shells are like made out of like tapioca and some other something like that. So I'm just doing my grain-free experiment. I'll tell you something I found out about the Beyond Beef is they got grain in it. So I think very soon I'm gonna be switching over to just regular beef because the I don't when I eat regular beef, I don't have any issues, So I'm gonna be looking into that here soon. But anyway, yeah, with that said, that's it, man. That's all I got. Appreciate all y'all tuning in. I hope this broadcast was edifying to y'all. Just really wanted to drive home those points. And just really do as much as I can to get people to wake up. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, with that said, I'm Michael Israel. You watching Spiritual Combat. Appreciate all y'all tuning in. And with that said, shalom, shalom.